Yo, what is good, fellas, and hope you boys are all having a fantastic day. Today we're talking about the best players at every single position in Madden 25. Before we hop into anything brand new, we do have a few quick small things to go over. First things first, once again, thank you guys so much for 7,000 subscribers. My 7K giveaway is currently up and running. That will be closing tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time over on my Twitter. I want to say thank you to every single person who popped out to the 12-hour stream yesterday. If you guys can kind of tell, my voice is a little bit shot. I didn't realize how much talking I was going to have to do for 12 hours straight. Either way, once again, thank you guys so much for honestly just even putting me in a position to allow me to do something like that. As you can say, now we are currently on the road to 8,000 subscribers. If we can hit 8K before the end of April, you boys already know there is going to be a giveaway. If you like Madden Ultimate Team or you potentially want to win some money, I feel like you already know what to do. And I am in the giving mood today, so if we can get this video to 100 likes, that is like half of what the normal like goal is for us, I will have a gift card giveaway for you guys over in my Discord. If you have not already, go down there and hammer home the like button. Now, when it comes to the best player at every single position, this is one of my favorite videos to make just because we're talking about the actual best players in the game. These cards are most definitely going to be expensive for the most part, and that is because, well, they are the best players in the entire game. Now, last week we got the All-Star Athlete promo. For the most part, a lot of these All-Star Athlete cards are top tier. Are some of them the best players at their position? 100% yes. But I will say the All-Star Athlete promo did not dominate this list like we've had with other promos. That all said, let's talk about the best quarterback in the game. And for this one, I do think there is a conversation you can have. It's between the brand new Taysom Hill, the 98 overall Taysom Hill from the All-Star Athlete promo. But I'm going to go with Bo Nix from the Combine promo still. Now, for Bo Nix to be considered the best quarterback in the game, you do have to have the Combine token on him. We're talking about the best players in the game, no strings attached, just straight up who is the best. There's no price limit on today's video. There's no token limit on today's video. And because of that, Bo Nix is still going to be quarterback one for me. Now, if you don't have the Combine token, yes, you can talk about Taysom Hill here because that card is still going to be very good for you. But Bo Nix with Combine token is the best quarterback in today's game still. This card dropped February 20th. This card has been in the game for so long, and he has been top tier since he's dropped. He's actually been the best quarterback since the minute he was put into the game. We talked about this Bo card a lot, so I'm not going to go too crazy on it, but you guys just have to know this is the best quarterback in the game. You toss him in your lineup, he gets an absolute god stack of abilities. He plays like Vanilla Vic. This guy is him. Anthony Munoz, wide receiver, is the best wide receiver we have in the game, and I really don't think there is much of a conversation there. 6'6", 280 pounds, and he has 97 speed for the left tackle who is playing wide receiver for you. This and another card we are going to talk about here in a few minutes is the coolest thing with the All-Star Athlete promo. The out of position LTDs are just so freaking good. For the most part, sorry Bobby Bell, but when it comes to Anthony Munoz, he has 0 AP Vanguard. If you don't know what Vanguard does, this basically just pancakes everybody. And you have to remember that this is a 97 speed, 6'6" left tackle who is playing wide receiver with baked on Vanguard. This is a RPO menace. This card is so freaking good. There's a reason I still view somebody as the best tight end in the game. It is because he has Vanguard for 2 AP. Anthony Munoz gets it for 0 AP. Fellas, it does not get much better than that. Then the rest of the discounts, I don't really care for, discounted abilities on wide receivers. I have said that a lot, but he has everything you could possibly want. Tank for 0 AP, but I really just can't get over 0 AP Vanguard, objectively broken. When it comes to the best tight end in the game, we did get 2 new tight ends this week, Jimmy Graham and Tony Gonzalez, but I'm going to say Vernon Davis with Combine token is still the best tight end in today's game. I mean, yeah, Jimmy G and Tony Gonzalez might have better stats than Vernon Davis, but I mean, Vernon Davis's stats are still elite. He is 6'3", which is a little bit on the smaller side for tight ends, but Madden 25 is an abilities-driven game, and Vernon Davis has every single ability you could possibly want and some more for a tight end. Now, when it comes to Vernon Davis, you have to have the token in there to get the abilities we are going to talk about. He has Jukebox and Leapfrog for 0 AP, but down here, he has Vanguard for 2 AP. We just glazed Anthony Munoz for a minute because of Vanguard. Vernon Davis gets it as well. He also has Red Zone Threat, Third Down Threat, Tank for 2 AP, all of the deep elites, the short elites, and the backyard tight ends you could possibly want. This is tight end 1. You cannot change my mind on that one. When it comes to the best running back in the game, let's talk about T'Vondre Sweat. This guy has the Judkins spin move from College Football 25. If you know, you know. And he is 6'5", 366 pounds with 97 speed. I'm sure you guys have seen at least a clip of this card play. It is objectively broken and honestly really fun. Like I said, 97 speed, 98 excel, 97 change of direction, 97 trucking, and 98 break tackle. When it comes to the abilities, he has tank for 0 AP. This is the best running back ability in the entire game. And honestly, you could make an argument for tank to be a top 5 ability in the game. You can just rip off some crazy runs because of tank. This ability is a good time. And T'Vondre Sweat, well, T'Vondre Sweat is literally, I mean, he's a monster on the field, dude. It is a 6'5", 366-pound running back. When it comes to these best player videos, we don't typically include the offensive line. Maybe I need to start including the offensive line, but we haven't since we started making these videos, so we're not going to change it up this week. What we do talk about is the defensive line. The best defensive tackle in today's game is going to be 98 overall defensive tackle Marcus Stroud. 87 speed, 96 excel, 95 strength, 97 block shot, 98 power move, and 84 finesse move. Dude is 6'6", 310 pounds, and like we talked about for Vernon Davis, Madden is an abilities-driven game, and Marcus Stroud has one of, if not the best, ability stacks for a defensive lineman at the cheapest AP cost you can possibly get it right now. Double or nothing for 0, inside stuff for 0, defensive rally for 0. I mean, this one is, that one's not great. And then he has Colossus for 3 AP. You get to pick 2 of those. You're running Colossus for 3, inside stuff for 0, and you have an absolute monster against boys in the middle of your field. He did just drop yesterday. Colossus is a little bit broken right now, but once he gets fixed, I am telling you guys, DT1, Marcus Stroud, the card's going to be an absolute dog for you on your field. Comes to the best left end in Madden 25. Look no further than Ring of Honor JJ Watt. Now, we have not talked about a Ring of Honor card quite yet, but EA was supposed to nerf these cards on Thursday, and yeah, they did kind of nerf them, but they did not nerf them. Their AP did not increase by that much. The only thing that did increase were like 2 abilities on a few of the cards. These Ring of Honor players are still some of the best players in the game. They have like 17 discounted abilities. You can run any kind of stack you want on them. Yes, they don't have X factors for abilities like Marcus Stroud. On a card like JJ Watt, you could have so many different ways to run this card, especially with that AP decrease. You want the more 0 AP abilities, the better. JJ Watt, this guy is going to be an absolute monster for you. On top of that, I mean, look at his stats. 6'5", 94 speed, 99 power move. Say less. We had the same conversation last week about the right end position not being nearly as stacked. I'm going to talk about Dwight Freeney this week. Last week, we talked about the Myles Garrett. I'm having a little bit of a switch up of heart, and that is because, you know, these Ring of Honor cards did not really get nerfed, and we had an AP decrease, so the more 0 AP abilities you can have on your field, the better. And I'm just going to click through Dwight Freeney, and I mean, fellas, you guys can run so many different good stacks on this card, and he is going to make plays for you. I will say the right end position is significantly weaker than the left end position. EA, let's drop some more right ends. Come on. Time to talk middle linebacker, and Ray Lewis is finally making this list. Now, last week when we did this video, he was not included. That was because this card did not have mid-zone KO. And then on Thursday, when the Ring of Honor cards were supposed to get worse, they made Ray Lewis even better. They gave him 0 AP mid-zone KO. For those who don't know, this is honestly a requirement to have on a top-tier middle linebacker. Multiple KOs for 0 AP as well as lurk artist. I mean, gents, this is by far the best middle linebacker in the game. The issue I said last week was, hey, he doesn't have mid-zone KO. Micah Parsons does have it and more. Since they gave it to him, statistically speaking, Ring of Honor, AP decrease, and all that tied into one, Ray Lewis is by far the best middle linebacker we have in today's game. Comes to the best left outside linebacker. Let's talk about all-star athlete Bobby Bell. Now, this card is really solid. 6'4", 228 pounds, 97 speed, 99 block shot, 99 play rec. Not only can it be a really good edge rusher for you with 91 power move, 94 finesse move, he has 91 catching, so he can be a really good user for you at that 6'4" frame when it comes to the discounted abilities, baked down secure tackler, as well as mid-zone KO. And then, of course, he is an all-star athlete, gold 99 LTD, so he has every other discount you could possibly want. When it comes to the best right outside linebacker, this is where things get a little bit confusing. We've talked about Barno so much and so often, so we're not going to talk about him today. We're going to talk about Ultimate Legend Lance Briggs. Now, this is more of a, user middle linebacker for you, but he still can get the job done for you as an edge rusher with that 89 power move and 71 finesse move. And now that I'm just looking at Lance Briggs and honestly just looking at the right outside linebacker position as a whole, the position is kind of weak, and maybe you want to grind up for that Kyle Van Noy in the champion tier. Champion tier being in head-to-head right, he is a right outside linebacker. Either way, when it comes to Lance Briggs, 96 speed, 96 XL, Ultimate Legend, this card dropped 2 weeks ago. Got a pretty good ability stack, mid-zone KO, Enforcer, reinforcement for 2 AP, as well as tackle supreme. Enforcer is very good in this year's Madden. When it comes to the best defensive backs in today's game, I'm giving you guys a 2-4-1. We're gonna have a slot DB as well as an outside DB. When it comes to the best slot DB, let's talk about Antonio Winfield. Now, this guy has to play the slot for you. He is 5'9". I have 2.5 inches on this guy in height, so like, yeah, he's gonna get dunked on the outside. But when it comes to the stats, I mean, hey, 98 speed, 96 XL, 95 man, 98 zone, and 91 press coverage. But where this card is going to be a monster for you, and the real reason why we are including a slot DB on the best players at every single position, universal coverage for 3 AP. He is one of 3 DBs to get this ability. 95 overall, Super Bowl Dion, 96 overall, Jalen Ramsey with token, and now Winfield is the only player you can get it without any special add-ons. I guess you can kind of easily get it on Deion Sanders by just tossing in the other versions of Deion Sanders, one of the best value cards in the entire game, should I add. But now Winfield is here, and he is a top-tier player, simply put because of universal coverage. But if we want to talk about the best, just straight-up stock DB, Cooper DeJean is going to be that guy for you. 6'1", 207 pounds, 98 zone, 99 press, and 98 man coverage, 97 speed, and 96 XL. Man press meta blitzes are taking over the meta right now. I guess that's why it's in the name of what people are running. And well, you are going to see Cooper DeJean on a lot of God squads, and that is because, well, that 99 press coverage, 6'1", and is a team of the year card, so he has pretty much every single discounted ability you could want on a DB. I do think DeJean is DB1 in today's game. The DB position is by far the most important position on your field, so I want to give you guys a few different options when it comes to that one. When it comes to free safety, it's going to be Sean Taylor. It's going to be a while before we move off of Sean T because of, you know, A, being a Ring of Honor, and B, I mean, look at this card stats. 6'2", 220 pounds, 98 speed, 94 man, 98 zone, and 99 hit power. The only way I would possibly even consider moving off of Sean Taylor for my Commander's theme team is if we get a free safety Calvin Johnson with golden tickets. Besides that, like, this is a end game card. Every single discounted 0 AP you could possibly want. He's got film study up there as well. That ability is broken. If you know, you know. And at the strong safety position, let's talk about Ryan Clark. Now, we've talked a lot about this AP decrease that happened earlier this week. And because of that, 0 AP Ring of Honor cards just got so much better. Ryan Clark was not the best strong safety last week. Because of that AP decrease, he is easily sliding into that #1 spot. He is 5'11". I do use this card on my team. You really can't tell the difference of him being 5'11" because everything else on this card is elite. Of course, he is a Ring of Honor card. How many times have I said that today? So he has every single discounted ability you could possibly want on a safety. Boys, that is everything we got this morning. As a reminder, 100 likes for a $5 gift card giveaway over in my Discord. Make sure you guys go down there and drop a like. But until this afternoon with the Rate My Teams video, I appreciate each and every single one. You have a fantastic rest of your Sunday morning. Peace, gents, and have a good one.